What's going on, everyone? I hope you're having an amazing day. If you clicked on this video, you are probably looking for a new fluorocarbon to use on your day-to-day. Maybe you're having issues with your current one, or maybe the quality just doesn't seem as good. This video here, we're going to be talking about a newer fluorocarbon to the market. It came out last year. Our shop has had a ton of success with it. We're going to be talking about the Shimano Mastiff FC fluorocarbon. Now, this fluorocarbon, like I said, it is relatively new. I have put this fluorocarbon specifically on countless reels in my boat. We have shipped a lot of this out to a lot of customers. I don't think I've had a single bad review on this Mastiff fluorocarbon. Now, currently on the website, when this video is going up, we do have a BOGO sale going on, a buy one get one. The buy one get one free part only applies to the 12 to, I believe, 18, depending on what's left in stock for the BOGO. But guys, make sure you're heading over to the website lakefortackle.com for all the cool new tackle going up day to day, as well as following the social media, Instagram and Facebook. Now, we're going to be talking a lot about this fluorocarbon here, but I do want to let you know that, guys, we just restocked Leviathan swim bait rods, Omegas, and Omega Finesses. So if you're looking to start getting into the big bait game and you're looking to upgrade your rod or just jump right into it, guys, Leviathan swim bait rods, always there for us, and super amazing company out here from Texas as well. So jumping into the Mastiff fluorocarbon, when I first got my hands on this, basically at the beginning of the year, I was very surprised. You know, they have, I believe, let's see, ranging from 4 to 20 pound. We only go start at the 8 and then go up to 20. The first couple spools of lines I tried out were in that 10 to 12 range for jerkbaits. These are going to be 200-yard spools as well. So if you're using a 100 size reel and you've got 2 of them, you can basically get 2 full spools out of these here. Now, the great thing about these as well is that the line rating in terms of line diameter is very similar to something like a Seaguar Invisex, maybe just slightly bigger. I mean, just slightly bigger. When it comes to the abrasion resistance, you know, right off the bat, it is extremely abrasion resistant. I can crank with this, I can jerkbait with this, I can throw A-rigs on this, I have thrown Texas rigs on this. I have literally done it all with this fluorocarbon here. So if you do have any questions, make sure you're dropping them down in the comments below. That way I can answer them, as well as you know, throwing this as leader line on a spinning rod. You know, my go-to drop shot finesse cranking rod is going to be this guy right here. This is the G Loomis 902. Of course, it does have recoil guides on it. You know, everything about this rod is already super sensitive. I typically run a Seaguar Grand Max leader along with a wide variety of different braided line. Seaguar Smackdown's one of them, Cast X12 braid, Sunline Overwatch. I have tried this fluorocarbon ranging from 8 to 10 to 12 pounds as leader line. So, like I said, again, my main leader line is, I feel, top of the line already with the Seaguar Grand Max. However, this Mastiff fluorocarbon has become one of my favorite non-leader specific lines for leaders. Now, one thing I have not done with this line, I will say right off the bat, I have not used the bigger line as leader. So I have not used like the 16, 18, or 20 as a braid to leader for like a bait casting setup. That's the one thing I have not done with it. And you know, ranging from my knowledge of the spinning setup, you know, with 10 to 15 pound braid and running that lighter line through these smaller guides here, absolutely fine. You know, tying an FG knot, there's no abrasion to the knot. I don't think I've ever even broken off at the knot for the Mastiff fluorocarbon for my leaders like that. But I will say this fluorocarbon has done extremely well for me. Now, for most of my setups that I have right now, I am running that 10 to 12 pound line, as well as a couple 16 and 18. One of the rods that we just got in here, this is very similar to my jerkbait rod. This is the Megabass Blade. Very stiff, very fast. I also use it for shallow cranking like Z1s and Z2s. It's going to be a much faster reactive rod. So In terms of digging this crankbait into things and really, like, if it gets stuck, just pulling and just, I mean, you know, going absolutely crazy with the rod trying to get it unsnagged. Line's done extremely well. I think I've broken off one crankbait, but it was a it was way down in there. Got stuck on some line or something, some big old cast net, something like that, and it did snap somewhere in the middle of that. You know, could have gotten nicked somewhere. I'm sure it's been in my boat a while, but overall, what makes the Mastiff Flourocarbon so special is it has a couple different technologies in here that they use, right? Of course, the Nano Armor is going to be a basically. I'll just read the box. It makes it a lot easier. Shimano engineers designed the cutting-edge Nano Armor technology with nano-level ridges in the line surface to increase knot strength and toughness. So basically what they did is they slightly abrased the line so that way your knot cinches down extremely well. And that is one thing I will say that I have noticed. My knots are not failing at all. Most of the time my knots are very good. I'm tying the improved clinch, San Diego jams, you know, Palomar knots. Those knots cinch down extremely well. And if you'll notice sometimes if you tie your knot down, especially with like a clinch knot or something, when you tie it and wrap it and stick it through, a lot of the time you can actually pull that knot back up. That's not the case with this Mastiff Flourocarbon. Once you cinch it down, it's not coming back up and coming undone that way. So extremely impressed with that. Overall, the line does have a little bit, it's not really an issue, it does have a little bit of memory in the 16, 18, and 20 pound classes, which you're going to get out of most lines anyway. So ranging specifically about the 16, this range here, the 16 pound line, I think is a great overall Texas rig, just flipping jig size for most applications, right? So the 16 for me, I haven't had any issues with the memory. I have had some issues with the 18 and 20 where, you know, I'm making sure I'm spooling it on right, you know, over to under, making sure I'm spooling it on right. So in terms of longevity with these bigger lines, not the best. I mean, it's basically equivalent to something like a Red Label, almost InvizX-ish in terms of memory, if that makes sense to you. When it comes to the lighter series of lines, I've had 0 issues so far. I think my main cranking rod has the 12 pound on it, and I have used it so much that I've probably taken off like a quarter of the spool on a Corrado 150, and it is absolutely fine. 0 memory in it. It's not holding on to anything. It's not catching. It's not looping. So it has been extremely limp as well. That 10 and 12 pound. The 14 I don't have a ton of experience with. The 14 I usually skip over. I kind of make the jump for most of my techniques. Like if you followed this channel, most of my techniques are either pretty small or, you know, pretty large-ish. I don't really range in this 14. That's going to be like the one outlier in this video here. Everything else have a lot of experience with, but that 14 I do not. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this little breakdown of the Mastiff Flourocarbon. I highly recommend you to try it out. Again, we have the BOGO sale going on right now. Nothing really bad to say about it. Excellent line. If I had to rate it close to anything, this is basically dang near Seaguar, a BrazeX, which is by far and has been one of my favorite fluorocarbons to fish. It does have a little bit of stretch, not a lot of stretch, just a little bit of stretch, not as much as a BrazeX in my opinion. But overall, amazing line, Seaguar Mastiff Flourocarbon. You can go get it on the website, lakeprotackle.com. Again, check out all of our full selection of rods, reels, and tackle, as well as keeping up with the social media to be updated when we have big sales going on, as well as events in the store here. So thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time at Lake Pro Tackle. See you guys.